All the interactables you have here do have bright colors like the fruit and the whatnot. I think the issue that they kind of do not that they can't put forward is that the contrast is a lot stronger in the trees than in all the rest. I'm gonna pull up some of my Photoshop here. It's just what I think I see. I'm not sure, but I feel like the contrast levels are varied in the different assets. They don't have a consistent grayscale, like black-white value to them.
So in other words, the trees are much brighter than the fruits, even though they're both interactable.
No. Like parts of the trees are. Let me show you. So if we look at I assume that the little bumpy dumps are stuff you can't walk on.
Yes, separators. Yes.
Yeah. So if we look at these, the separators, they have the darkest color. That was my first whoa. These separators have a hue color. Like this is. I must zoom out. This is the darkest color that they have, whilst the tree's darkest color is this, and the brightest is this, and the brightest here is that. So the range, this is the range on the things you can't walk on, and that's the range on the tree. There's a huge difference in hue, black whites, the contrast there. The tree has almost black to white, and both really dark and mid. It's only mid tones. If you look at this, the tree isn't far from the actual ground, and I think it just pops a lot because it has a lot more contrast between the brights and the darks in the actual tree. And I think you would have to add some more contrast to here as well. This guy has really dark spots and really bright spots, and these fruits maybe lack some black and white values, but the apple have some darker spots. So does the coconut, and the fire down here. I liked it. That had some good values. This hut here looks a little bland and boring. I would try and add in some more strong accents here of some darker shades here, like that, to make it pop a little bit more, like that.
Yeah,
Just the
makes
rocks,
sense.
to give it depth. And I mean the trunks are fine. Maybe just a little bit more black value, at the bottom, to keep it consistent. That's you gotta think about the consistency. So some deeper values. I think the biggest issue that I saw was the separators having strong lacking contrast, and that would probably make the trees pop a lot more. That's just my thought on it. That the separators are really bland and lacking in hue, black-white values. So I would try and push it a little bit like this. Like that.
Gotcha.
Because now it doesn't stand out as much as the trees doesn't stand out as much next to these now, since they have because the bright spots. I mean, yeah, that's what I would do. Because these look really bland. The separators, whilst the other assets. I think the black values in the assets need to be reevaluated a little bit to make a consistent feel. Look, the trees look great. I like them.
Thanks for that feedback. Do you put the video on, do you archive your videos on
No, I'm
YouTube
sorry.
or something like that?
No.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much. So my last question from me is, when you do a piece of work like this billboard, do you choose the color palette from somewhere, or do you have a pre-made color palette?
Nope.
Okay.
I just go with what I want. I want to have a lot of bright colors, popping colors in this game. So I just try to stay the main color try to stay pretty close to not at the pure color, a little bit desaturated, a little bit darker, and just work around there. I have this like bright like doodle. I don't know what that's like, comic, almost like cartoon style. And when I like strong colors, but also pretty flat.
Yeah, but
so
how
that's
do you
just how I.
consistent.
Um,
Like, do you use the same red color?
on most on this material that is pretty matte and non-reflective, I use the same on those. And but here I wanted something that like stood out, was a bit reflective, so I added more strong colors to it. And this is more reflective, so I had some. I try to keep, pixel art is about, you don't want to have too many colors, but between, so asset to asset, I keep a minimal palette that I work from, but I don't restrict my game to a certain like 58 or 64 color palette. I just do the colors that I think would fit the object that I'm creating, and I just use a lot of my knowledge about color theory to keep the feel consistent. And I know that if I shade this too much, it might not look right in my game.